All right, good morning, everybody. My name is Trevor Johnson, Operations Section Chief with California Interagency Incident Management Team 4 here on the Coleman Creek and Second Flat fires. This will be your morning operational update for Thursday, July 30th on both fires. We'll go to the screen behind me here at the Second Flat fire. The Second Flat fire is sitting at about 18% containment in a little bit over 100,000 acres currently. We'll come over here to kind of paint the picture for you here on the north end of the fire. We call that Division Charlie. A lot of line out here, open fire line that we're continuing to secure. This is along the Sylvies River corridor. Our plan in here is to go direct as possible. That means crews, engines, dozers to go as direct as possible, securing the fire's edge. We have additional plans in place to place contingency lines outside of that should our direct efforts be unsuccessful. As we continue down the eastern flank of the fire here, again, additional lines being put in place to go as direct as possible right along the fire's edge. As we continue out here, this is kind of Sunflower Flat area, if you're familiar, working out to what we call drop point 24 at Coal Pit. Our plans in there with our division resources is to secure all this open edge of fire, all this fingery stuff in here that we want to go as direct as possible. As we come back out here, this is Lone Pine Road. Along Lone Pine Road, great success in here, working with our own firefighters in coordination with the ODF and all our RFPA resources out there. Fire is currently held on the west side of Lone Pine Road, working to the south. We want to hold that there to prevent any impacts to the Highway 395 corridor or any power line infrastructure out here to the east. As we come down, working towards the south, back towards the southern end of Lone Pine Road and Foley Road, this intersection, we got crews actively engaged in here on this southeastern corner. They're doing structure protection, mop up, making sure that all of our lines are secured, tied together so that we don't have any future threats. As we continue along the southern edge of our fire, our main priority along this whole southern piece is to protect the communities of Burns and Hines, as well as the power line corridor that runs Highway 20 that's critical to the area, as well as the commerce that's impacted by the Highway 20 and 395 corridors. So we're going direct as possible while also putting multiple contingency lines in place should fire threaten our lines. As we continue south along the fire, coming to this southern edge of fire, we have our hand crews and hot shots crews in here right now. They're going direct, meaning cutting fire line right along the fire's edge. We'll be supporting them with rotor wing aircraft today along that edge. Continuing along the southern end of the fire, this is visible just north of Highway 20 in the Sage Hen Hill area. So visible from here, we do have some smoke columns building up in here. We're getting resources in there, but super inaccessible country, and we're feeling secure about it. But we, again, have a lot of line that we need to walk secure and what we call ground truthing our fire line. As we continue out towards the west here, back towards the city of Riley, in this drop point 2 highlighted in the map here, we have had a finger of fire come out over there over the past coming days and night shift. Our firefighters now have direct containment line along all that, but we're not out of the woods in there. We got to secure it, mop it up, and make sure that nothing comes out of there. That continues all the way along the west end of our fire, back up, heading toward the north. That whole western edge is looking good, but we got to build it in, secure line. This area is visible just above the Oakhurst Butte area from the Highway 20 corridor, if you're familiar. As we come back up here, not indicated on our map, but there was a fire called the Egypt fire out here in the past. We're got eyes on that. We're using some of those containment lines to our advantage, and we're more of a monitor and patrol status. We are going to secure all this edge of fire, no doubt about it, but due to the prioritization to the protection of the critical infrastructure down here, we don't currently have the right amount of firefighters to go after this at the same time. So we're prioritizing appropriately to make sure that we bring that into our plan as the days evolved. Of note is we have some weather coming in that's going to impact the Second Flat fire as well as the Coleman fire. So we're super heads up on that. We're planning all that out using all of our technology, aviation assets, and the local cooperators who have been a huge help to secure the Second Flat fire. Now I'll go over to this other map here to my side and talk to you about the Coleman Creek fire. The Coleman Creek fire is around 180,000 acres and sitting at 0% containment. This fire has showed rapid growth over the past couple shifts and to now this footprint that you've seen behind me. On the northern edge of the fire, this is along the Highway 20 corridor. This area is of prime concern, and what we want to do here is keep the fire south of Highway 20. What that's going to do is allow us as soon as we can to open up the Highway 20 road system for commerce and protect all the structures here in that area. This is the town of Ventura, highlighted on my finger here. We got some firefighters operating out of here, and we want to secure around the structures and continue with those containment lines. Kind of out towards the east, the fire here has shown the most growth. We've gained thousands of acres in fire over there in the past days as a westerly wind has impacted the fire area and continues to drive it towards the east. So our firefighters in here working in tandem with fixed wing rotorcraft and other operations that we are able to support. What they're doing is they're looking for opportunities to keep the fire south of Highway 20, as well as forecast out an area where we can turn our control lines down towards the south to lock that off. This is occurring just west of the city of Harper, located on our map here. As we continue down the east side of our fire, this is Monument Peak, a critical piece of infrastructure for us in here. We've had great coordination with our firefighters and the RFPAs in here, securing using existing road systems to secure our fire lines. That continues all the way to the south. There's a lot of fire out here on the ground, and this ground is what we call broken or tough terrain. It's not super easy for us to access, get the right resources in place, and we have competing priorities, but this is all stuff we will address during our tenure here with you here in Oregon. As we continue down here, this is Mosquito Mountain area. Great work in here. We do have different stages of line being put in here. We have to secure all those, mop them up, and make sure that we can keep the fire within its front footprint. But I would expect additional growth of the incident towards the east. As we continue south, this is kind of towards the community of Riverside, structure protection and containment lines going into place. Continuing out to the southern side, this is just northeast of the town of Crane. We have additional lines being built in here. We're validating those. Over the past couple shifts, we've done what we call burnout operations, basically bringing the fire to our containment lines on our terms using firing. We'll look to continue that as necessary, only to secure our containment lines. As we continue up the west flank of the fire, this is Bald Mountain and Coleman Mountain highlighted on my map here. We want to stop any western progression of the fire. We're aided by a westerly wind and we're getting good dozer line and hand crew working here. But again, we're not out of the woods and we want to make sure we're not missing anything. We're paying attention to detail to secure all that. This continues up towards the Malheur River corridor. We want to secure all these lines and lock all these down so that we don't have any more future impacts to Highway 20. Again, I would expect additional growth over the Coleman Creek incident today, as we're expecting red flag type conditions with elevated winds, high temperatures, and low relative humidities. We're managing all these in coordination between the two incidents. We're prioritizing appropriately. I want to say thanks to all of our local cooperators out there, and we'll be back with you later with another update. Thank you.